Hi, it's good to see you. Come on in. I'm back in my treehouse, ready to tell you another tale. Remember? It's the folk tale of the Little Red Hen. Everything's about the same. Here's my name tag, Mrs. Cozeney. And over there is my nature center. Remember? Here's my big tent dandelion puffball and my snake skins. And here are some new blossoms I picked before I came up to the treehouse. And look at the pictures. They're new. Here's a picture of the Little Red Hen. And she's pretty busy right now. She's planting wheat. Her little chicks are all around her. And here's the wheat when it is full grown. It's a tall plant. And this part of the wheat is called the head. These are the little kernels. And from these kernels, we get flour. The Little Red Hen in our story today lives in a barnyard. A barnyard is a place where many animals live together. This barnyard has lots of chickens, speckled ones and light brown ones and even red ones. Look at that big rooster. He's the one scratching for food. See that big thing on top of his head? That's called a comb. There's the red hen, and it's almost like the one in our story for today. She's going off to see some of her barnyard friends. There are the rabbits. What does she see on that big plant? What is that? She's looking for something. What could it be? Oh, that's the duck. That's another one of her barnyard friends. He wants to tell her hello. Oh, a nest full of eggs. That nest is made of soft straw. Red Hen moves so carefully as she sits on the eggs. Watch the way she tucks them in, right under her feathers. This red hen is going to have some baby chicks soon. Let's find out what this little red hen is going to do today in our story, and let's find out who her barnyard friends are. You look ready to listen. Are you sitting tall? Let's begin. Once upon a time, there lived a mother hen. She was called Little Red Hen. She was always very busy taking care of her family. She lived in the barnyard with her baby chicks. One bright morning, she washed her dishes. Then she said to her baby chicks, "Cluck, cluck, cluck, cluck. We will take a walk." They walked around the field. They walked around the lake. They walked around the woods. The baby chicks were tired. It was warm, so they walked home to the barnyard. The duck was there. The mouse was there. The pig was there. The duck was sitting near the barn. The mouse and the pig were near the duck. Little Red Hen and her chicks walked around the barnyard. They found some grains of wheat. Little Red Hen was very happy. "Who will help me plant the wheat?" asked Little Red Hen.
Wah, not I. Not I. Not I.
"Then I will," said Little Red Hen, and she planted the grains of wheat. The wheat began to grow. It grew and grew and grew. It grew very tall. "Now the wheat is ready to cut," said Little Red Hen. "Who will help me cut the wheat?"
Wah, not I. Not I. Not I.
"Then I will," said Little Red Hen, and she cut the wheat. "Now, who will take the wheat to the mill?" asked Little Red Hen.
Wah, not I. Not I. Not I.
"Then I will," said Little Red Hen. She found a bag. She put all the grains of wheat in the bag. Then she put the bag of wheat into the wheelbarrow and pushed it all the way to the mill. Soon she came to the mill. "Good morning, Mr. Miller. I have a bag of wheat. Will you grind it into flour?" The miller smiled. He took the bag of wheat and ground it into flour. Little Red Hen was very happy as she walked all the way home. Soon she reached the barnyard. The duck was there. The mouse was there. The pig was there. They sat lazily in the warm sun. "Who will help me bake the bread?" asked Little Red Hen.
Wah, not I. Not I. Not I.
"Then I will," said Little Red Hen. She went into her little house and she baked the bread. "Who will help me eat the bread?" asked Little Red Hen.
Wah. Oh, I will. Oh, I will. I will.
"Oh, no, you won't. I found the grains of wheat. I planted the grains of wheat. I cut the wheat. I took the wheat to the mill. I baked the bread, and my chicks and I will eat the bread. Cluck, 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 cluck. Come, my chicks. Now we will eat our bread." And they did. Little Red Hen was always so happy, and she was such a hard worker. And just think, she did it all by hand. Today, all of that work is done with machines. A combine is used to do that work. It's a big machine. Watch what it does. These are the kernels. They drop into that big barrel. The combine leaves the rest of the plant behind. The wheat is loaded on a truck. Now it will leave the farm and go to the city where the flour mill is. Here we are. And this is the place where we will see wheat changed into flour. Look at all that wheat. It's dumped from the bottom of the truck. Those little buckets scoop up the wheat. And there, way at the top, it is weighed and cleaned. We call this place a grain elevator. Now, each little kernel of wheat will go through a grinding machine. And watch what happens. These rollers crush the kernels into flour. Here is just one kernel. Let's look inside. See? This part makes white flour. And that part makes brown flour. And now look. Now you can see again each little kernel going through the grinding machine. And now look to see what happens. The flour is separated. The white flour is separated from the brown flour. Here's a worker checking to see that everything's okay. The flour looks fine. Machines do almost all of the work. This machine fills the sacks and then closes them. Watch. This machine carries the sacks of flour into another room. Later, it will be sent to stores and bakeries in the city. Your mother will need flour to make bread, pancakes, and even cakes. So you see, it takes a lot of machines and a lot of workers to change wheat into flour. Oh, I want you to remember something. This says folk tale. Say it with me. Folk tale. Folk tales are fun, and they're easy to remember. Well, I'll be back here next week in our treehouse for another tale. And look, it's a fanciful story about dandelion. I'll see you next week. Goodbye.